what I'm seeing as far as training that people are gearing towards with the ball toss, they tend to try to practice the technique, which is very important. However, some of the muscle recruitment they need is not only hip hinge type movements, explosive power from the lower body that should then be shifted into the upper body, but even explosive power from the abdominal muscles.
You know, we have neuromuscular drive when we're talking about recruiting those muscles to perform that movement. And we only have a limited amount of time to express that strength during the standing power throw. Well, if I can number one, build that level of strength quicker than someone, again, who's almost the mirror image of me, my power output's going to be higher. Not only build it quicker, but potentially I'm recruiting more motor units, so the individual components within that muscle. And so again, even though our strength level may be the same, I'm gonna be better at expressing that strength in a short period of time. So drop-in plates 2.0, you need 25 meter down and back grass or turf, and one weight plate ranging from 5 pounds to 45 pounds. And to complete as a solo, what you're going to do is a Superman push followed by a broad jump to where the plate ended up at on the turf or grass. You will then either repeat the Superman push with the same arm or switch arms, fielder's choice. And then again, repeat the broad jump up to the point where the weight has come to rest. So the next step for focusing on hip drive specifically is to kind of put everything together and incorporate an exercise that is a little closer in terms of overall mechanics to the ACFT standing power throw. And with wall balls, what we're looking at is still generating that power and force production coming from the hips. That's what's going to propel the ball upwards. But we want to also work on coordination of the upper body. So making sure that there's no disconnect, and that again the hips are driving that movement and hands are more or less guiding the ball to where we are aiming on the wall itself. Maximizing the use of the counter movement, and the counter movement is kind of squat down a little bit and then the ball comes between the legs. And the reason we want to focus on that and maximize it is, as long as we're keeping the timeline short for that change of direction from bottom to top, and we're not using our muscles to actually, you know, decelerate and stop the ball, the muscles are going to produce more force that way. Okay, so if we want to work on maximizing that transition out of the bottom of that movement, just familiarizing ourselves with what that actually feels like in terms of speeding up that change of direction. We have here someone demonstrating what that looks like using a simple bench press. And the goal here is let gravity do the work pulling that ball down until it hits the bench. And that bench is going to provide a little more oomph coming out of that hole, but also negate any actionable thought from us on when we should change directions. So just working on the first portion of that movement and disregarding the full throw in and of itself. Going to wrap this up by really tying in a really important component, and that is maximal strength. So if we're looking at our ability to perform a movement that is based upon power, which the standing power throw is, a basis of our ability to do so is going to be determined by our starting level of strength. A great exercise that can facilitate expression of that strength and is actually included in the ACFT itself is hex bar deadlift. And moving into the next video, what you can look forward to is a greater in-depth review of mechanics of that maximum deadlift, coaching cues, and then also some workouts to really get after that component.